Hello, my name is Terrance Silas. This is my YouTube page and/or Facebook, Twitter posting. And today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for the iPhone 4S, the white version. So I'll go ahead and get right into it. As you see here, I have my mini Apple set up here with my iPad. This is the original iPad. My iPhone 4S white version, and I'm actually video recording this on my MacBook, so it's a little mini Apple setup here. So without any further ado, I'll go ahead and introduce the box itself. Now the box, as you see, does have the white version of the 4S on it, which is the 16 gig, and as you see, it has the iCloud icon, it has the iPhone 4S title, and it also has the Apple icon on the box. Really nice box. It is just as the phone is, really sophisticated. Again, 16 gig, and on the back it actually has just the basic information, serial numbers and model numbers, UPC, the 16 gigabyte up top, and just basic detailed description of the phone itself. So first and foremost, what I'll do is I'll get into the basic hardware, and we'll go ahead and take the top off. Heard one guy refer to it as take the top off. Get your mind out the gutter. Sit this right here in front of the iPad. Okay, and we'll go ahead and bring out the iPhone itself. Again, this is the iPhone 4S, the white version. As you see, it is really sleek, nice and thin, and really sophisticated all around, top to bottom, side to side. So let's go ahead and get into the hardware here. From the top, we'll say we have the jack here for your headset, working out, listening to music, something like that. Or you can also use it, which is a more modern, up-to-date type of attachment or feature, where you can actually put the debit or Visa card reader here, strip reader, in that jack there if you have Cashier or any of the related apps. You also have your noise cancellation, and you also have your power source. So this is the jack here, and then just next to it is going to be your noise cancellation, and then you have your power strip here, which is going to be your power button that actually gives you the power on, power off capabilities. We'll go around the strip here, and as you see, there's a little black line there at the top of the phone. That's actually going to be one of the first antennas, and then you also have your SIM card tray, and you also have a second antenna. And as you go around, you have your speaker here and your mic, and you also have your 30-pin charging dock there. And again, the mic and the speaker. Again, here is one of the third antennas, and then you have your volume up and down rocker here and here. And then on top of that, in between the antenna and the volume rocker up and down, you have your switch for a mute feature or vibration. So that's going to be the side. Now let's go ahead and go to the front of it. That's going to be the side, up and down and around. As you see, this phone is once again very sophisticated. I think this is the first phone that actually has that many antennas on it. I'm not exactly sure. I have to do more research on that. But from top to bottom, you'll see that you actually have here, which is going to be your proximity sensor, and then you have your ear speaker to where you can actually hear sound coming through, and then you also have next to it the front-facing camera for your FaceTime. For individuals who are big into doing FaceTime and things like that, or Skype and things of that nature, which is really, really cool. Just FYI for individuals who use FaceTime, or if you want to take a picture of yourself, it's pretty cool. It's a nice feature. I'll actually get into that once I get into the camera aspect of this here unboxing. So as you see, we have the screen. Really, really nice screen. It is glass, so that's really cool. Actually, it's glass from top to bottom. And we'll go ahead and turn the iPhone 4S around to the back. As you see, you do have your Apple logo, and then you also have the iPhone and just a little bit more information there. You also have the 8 megapixel camera. Yes, I did say 8 megapixel camera with the LED flash, which is a really, really good camera for a smartphone. You're going to get a really good picture with that. So that's going to be the gist of the iPhone as far as the outer features that you have for the iPhone. And now what we'll do is I'll just briefly go over some of the internal features. Previously on the 4S, or excuse me, previously on the 4, you had the A4 and the CPU. Now you actually have the A5, which is dual core, and it is much faster. And as far as the response, you got to upload, download much faster, and you also, as far as your web search, I was actually just in the barbershop. I just left the barbershop. As you see, I am fresh. I was in the barbershop, and we were both, my barber and myself, just pulling up something on the web, and I noticed that he had been sitting there. He had pulled his up, and it was minutes, and it hadn't even pulled up. And I just literally turned my phone on, pulled my internet up, and it actually, within a matter of 0.5 seconds, or maybe a second and a half max, it actually pulled up the web. And his was like loading, and mine had actually pulled it up. So it goes to show you that this phone, and he was on the Android operating system. I previously had Android, not fun at all, didn't like it. I'm a Mac, as you see. Everywhere is Mac with me. I'm Macking. And the idea behind this is you're going to get a better response, point blank, period. But moving along, it does have the A5, which is a dual core, much faster. It's clocked in at 800 megahertz. So that's really, really good. You're going to get a great response. In regards to the speed and the different carriers, you have Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint. From my experience and my reviews, Verizon is fast, so is AT&T. Verizon at times can be just a bit faster. AT&T has a great response, though. It's not like it's only like maybe 0.5 seconds behind. But I noticed that Sprint was ridiculously slow. So if you're looking for an iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, or any iPhone, my recommendations would be, I would say AT&T first, because AT&T is my provider. They have a great deal, and Verizon has great data packages as well. But I will say with Verizon, I've had bad experiences as far as the way they bill you, and it's not cool at all. So that's just my personal opinion. You know, that's something to think about if you're going to be purchasing the iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, whatever series. So another new aspect as far as the internal features with the iPhone 4S is the fact that it actually has Siri. Now, Siri is a new intelligent assistance software that's actually an internal feature here with the iPhone 4S, and it actually is going to be, and I'll get into it to give you an example, but it's actually going to be, like it says, intelligent assistance. So if you need assistance with setting some type of alarm or setting some type of scheduled date appointment or just calling someone within your contacts, you can actually literally set it to where the phone Siri will know the individual that you want to call by saying call dad, call mom, call sister, call fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, so on and so forth. So it's a really, really smart system here, intelligence system. And that's one of the things. You can also get this in a 16, 32, and 64 gig. This here is a 16 gig. Retails just the phone. I think it's $5.99 or $6.99. Not exactly sure. I forget. But it's pretty expensive if you just get the phone. But if you get a contract, a 2-year contract, which is not bad at all, and I get a 23% discount with my employer, so it's not bad. And I go with I have 3 gigabyte, and I also have the unlimited text, and I have enough minutes to last me. And the minutes actually roll over with AT&T, which is really good. So that's something to think about. And you can save data by using a Wi-Fi hotspot, just being smart about it. Other than that, I will say that the A5 is something that's very, very similar, if not identical, to the CPU, the core as the iPad. So it's basically running off the same exact identical internal setup as the iPad. Very similar. Outside of that, I will go ahead and before I get into this, I'm going to get into what's in the box actually. So let me go ahead and put down the iPhone and I'll get the box out. So this is the box here, and the box is going to come with the tray for the iPhone itself. And I'll go ahead and put that, because this is glass, I like to take really good care of it. And before I even get into the box, because I just said that take very good care of it, let me go ahead and point this out to you. You can get an outer box. The outer box is a really, really great accessory for the iPhone or any other phone that you have. A lot of times the carriers, the companies will charge you a lot for your insurance to cover your phone, and sometimes it's not going to be beneficial, just like a lot of protection agreements or insurance policies. You will find that they're not going to be as helpful right off the bat, but they're going to take a pretty penny out of your pocket. So what I suggest is to, one, get an outer box. It does come with the belt clip. That way it's kind of hard to lose that phone, because if you get used to putting on that belt clip, you don't have to worry about losing it. Be very safe and cautious about that belt clip though, because there was one day I was at work and I actually ran by a door and it actually caught on to it and broke. So that was $50 down the drain. That was with my old Galaxy S Captivate though, and this is my iPhone. They're about 50 bucks retail. And if you you can get them at little stands. I would suggest going to the stand, because if you go to the stand, you're going to get the same thing from a carrier or any company. The only difference is you can negotiate. When you negotiate, you can actually save you maybe 15 bucks. I know mine was retailed at about 55, and I ended up paying somewhere about 40 after tax. So that shows you I saved about 15 bucks. Being it was 55 and I got it for 40. So, and I got it out the box. I actually still have my box downstairs, which is a really good deal. Yeah, so this here is something you want to really take into consideration, because this is actually going to save you a lot of trouble, because it will protect the glass from breaking. It will protect it from a lot of just simple mistakes that you can make with having a phone, whether it be losing it somewhere or cracking the screen. Anyway, this is the outer box. Look into it. It's a really good accessory. Not cheap, but it's worth it. Outer box. And that's, if you've never heard of outer box, it's actually spelled O-T-T-E-R box, B-O-X. So yeah, you can find these, I'm sure, online, but like I said, you can go to any shopping plaza And if they have like a cell phone stand, ask them about it. They'll have it. Outer box. So what we have in the actual box here for our iPhone, we'll go ahead and take it out. And the first thing we have is going to be our Designed by Apple in California. Big ups to California. I will be visiting there in August. So let's go ahead and open her up. And I like to keep everything that I have nice and neat, so I'm going to be real careful about that. So when we open up here, and I don't know what I did with my fingertips. I really don't know what I did with my fingertips, but I'm still looking for them. I mean, not my fingertips, but my my pen to actually pull out my fingertips. So we actually have here the official iPhone manual, fingertips manual. And as you see here, it's just going to walk you through the basics. So you'll have the welcome to iPhone, the button basics, make a call, FaceTime, messages, intelligent keyboard, cut, copy, and paste. I really love the cut, copy, and paste because when I'm reading books on my phone, my iPhone, I can actually highlight a word, and if I don't know it, I can pull up the definition and get a direct, correct spelling and definition. Really, really helpful. One of the most advanced smartphones. And it also has your notification bar. Notification bar is really cool too because you can pull up alerts and weather and things like that through the alert or the notification bar. It also pulls up emails and calls. Whatever you want really will come up on the notification bar. It's basically a bar that notifies you for all of your current statuses as far as your phone goes. So that's going to be the fingertips that come along with that here. You also get the for iPhone 4S manual, and it's going to walk you through everything. These are normally the books that you do not read until you need something. The Way of American Lifestyle, right? We don't really look into it until after the fact. We get sick and then we want to start taking preventative actions opposed to take preventative actions before we get sick. We don't read until we need it. So yeah, that's this. And I don't know where I put or what happened to my little pen. But anyway, and then you also get Apple stickers. Yes, Apple stickers. I love stickers. I can put this on anything. I think I might even put this on, like, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm going to put it on something real cool. So that'll be sweet. I am going to put that on something really, 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 really cool. And I'm going to put this back in the box because you want to keep everything nice and neat. You never know. The iPhone 5 will be coming out soon. I was talking to the guys and gals up at the AT&T store, and they're anticipating anywhere between October and November. I'm a Scorpio. November 6th is my birthday. Might be a nice birthday gift for myself. Who knows? So, moving right along, you also get, and as you see, I have enough Apple product here that this here is not going to be anything new to me. So basically, you're going to get your power connector to actually insert into your outlet in your home, your wall. And this is going to be your 30-pin USB cord that actually inserts into the actual socket device, and you'll get your power through that. And you also get the basic headset for your music, your iPod, or just listen to your music on your iPhone, things of that nature. And you can actually use this on other devices, but it just comes with it. So that is actually really cool that you get these here. They give them to you, and I have a few of them actually. So that's going to be the 30-pin USB and your plug for your socket and your my hands are not the smallest of hands, and your headset. So pretty cool. And because I have tons of these, I probably will not ever bring these out, and I'll keep them like this. That way, if I want to upgrade to that 5, I was looking at a posting today about the 5, and it does not look as sophisticated. And I think the one upgrade that they're going to do is they're going to try to probably make it faster. And they are also going to upgrade Siri, which is going to make Siri a little bit more advanced than what it already is. So, with this being the case here, as in regards to the iPhone upgrades, I probably will keep these like this just because I already have attachments like these, and this could actually increase the value of my phone. So if you have other iPhone pieces and you open your box up, try to keep it in the original condition, because if it's in the original condition, mint condition, it's actually going to be worth more. And that's another good reason to keep the outer box, because the outer box is going to protect your phone as well. It's going to keep it in mint condition. I'll tell you what, I had just last week I had the black iPhone 4 16 gig, and I was able to sell that at $280 to get the newer one. So I've increased my profit by $80 because this was only $200 to get my iPhone 4S white. So keep it in mint condition. It really helps out in the future. So that is the gist of this here. And now I'll go ahead and get into the what it's like inside here, or with the phone on at least. So I will go ahead and get her turned on here. I'll go ahead and get her turned on here. Oh. Bling, and she is nice and bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the slider, and I am actually going to take some of that brightness out of there. Yeah, still can't see, right? Okay, that's a little bit better. So we'll go back to our settings. Yeah, that's a little bit better there. Okay, so as you see, this is the iPhone. It has a standard setup as far as the iPhone goes. You know, you're going to have all of your basics with the iPhone. Everything is pretty common across the board there. So what I'll do is I'll start with the camera here. And I'll hit the camera, and it's asking me if I wanted to turn on locations. I'm going to cancel that right now. And it's actually on. Now it is pretty dark because I turned the brightness down on it, but this is going to be the phone camera, and there's a feature here, the button, you might not be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. And as you see, it has the rotating camera. That will give you the option to actually do the front-facing camera, where you can actually take a picture of yourself, which is pretty cool. And it has the options, and you also have the pinch to increase or decrease your focus, your zoom. So that's pretty cool. It also has the video feature. Now the video feature actually records a really high resolution, and for those who are aware of high resolution, someone who's probably purchased a camera or has purchased a new television, a flat screen television, this video the video on here will shoot in 1080p resolution, which is really high resolution, giving you a great picture. So keep that in mind. If you get this here and you do a lot of traveling, or you just do a lot of playing around with your video camera, it's a really high resolution on this. It's going to give you a great picture, along with the 8 megapixel camera. So pretty good camera features on this here telephone, this smartphone, this cell phone. So that's going to be the actual features on the camera itself. So we're going to go ahead and hit the home button. This is the home button. I did not cover this when we went over the hardware, the outer. This is the home button, which is pretty standard for all of the Apple products. As I'll actually hold 1 second, I'll go ahead and show you on my iPad here. As you see here, this is the home button for the iPad. Let me see if it's charged up actually. Yeah, nope. I think the battery is really low, as you see, but that is the home button there. So unfortunately, my iPad is not charged up, but this is the home button that's standard on most of all Apple's products. Now, if you get a desktop or a laptop, it's not going to be on that, but the iPad, iPod, and the iPhones, you will find them. So moving right along, back to what we have to offer in the actual in the phone. And we have the slide bar. So you'll see that we just went over the camera. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the actual internet service, and I'll show you how fast it was. The example I gave you where I was with my barber, he was like trying to pull up a web page on his, there was a link he was wanting to pull up on his Android operating system, and he has a Galaxy, I forget exactly which series, but Android Galaxy, I'm sure you're all aware of it. It took him forever. So I'm going to go ahead and press the, there it is. You see how fast that was. It pulled up. I couldn't even get that out of my mouth and it was already pulled up. So as you see how fast that is the A5 dual core, and it is really, really fast. Clocked in at 800 megahertz. As you see, that was really, really fast. So that's going to be just a brief description or an example or whatever you want to call it for the A5, how fast it is. Really, really nice. So let's go ahead and go back to our home. And if you double click this, for anybody who has an iPhone, one trick is you can actually double click this here. And when you double click, you'll see that the bar comes up with different apps or programs that you're already into. You can actually hold down on that. And when you hold down, you'll see that the little minus signs come up. When the minus signs come up, they'll start to shake like that. Just go ahead and tap them. Especially if you're like not on like a Wi-Fi connection and you have something up that could possibly be part of like the internet or something like that where you're using data, that actually can use your data. So what you can do is you can just take those off. That way you're not wasting your data if you're not using it. And then you just hit the home key and it'll take it right back to the normal settings. So which is pretty cool. I'll go ahead and leaving the dual core processor, I'll go ahead and show the notification bar. You just basically going to take your hand, the top of the screen, and slide down, and as you see, it comes up here, and that's going to be the notification bar. And you have the stocks going across, and you have time or the weather and things like that. Also has calendar up, and it says, the ironic thing is you can like sync your iPad. You can all of your Apple product together just by your ID, your Apple ID, and it'll actually pull up a lot of things. So there's some things that are actually on here that I did not put on my phone, but because they're on my notification or my laptop, my MacBook that I'm using now, it's actually going to show up here. So that's pretty cool. So you just raise that back up. Oh, let's see here. There we go. Raise it back up. And there it is. So that's pretty cool with that as well. And we'll go ahead and move into a feature that a lot of people are excited about when it comes to the iPhone 4S. That's going to be Siri. And Siri is a very intelligent assistant type of software. Assisting type of software. So what you'll do is you'll hold down. And there's a few different ways. The one way that it's called raise. You can raise it up from like a lower level to your ear. I'm not exactly sure how it senses it, but the times that I have used it, it seems like it senses it from like the closer it is to your ear, the darker it is. That's the sensor, the proximity sensor will actually recognize that, and it actually dings in. It does not work every single time, and I think it's because you actually have to know exactly how to do it. I'll try it, but I'll show you the more simple way as well. So let's see here. We'll raise it. And as you see, it did not work that time. And it did not work that time either. But if what you'll do is just hold the bar here. Hi Siri, what's my name?
You're Terrance, aren't you?
So as you see, it did say you're Terrance, and my name is Terrance. And it actually has my entire profile here. Will not let you see too much. Bingo. So it pulls up my picture, my whole entire rundown as far as my name, numbers, address, emails, and things of that nature. Everything that I have in my contact list. It also will do things such as, say for instance, you wanted to call someone, you're driving, and you don't want to try to search for a contact list number, or things like that, or text. You can actually go tap it. Siri, call my girlfriend.
Which phone number for Amy Leather? Home or mobile?
Mobile.
Calling Amelia Lettner. Mobile.
And as you see, it's actually calling. And I'm going to end that because she's actually at work right now. So as you see, it has a really, really intelligent assisting software in this here internal phone. And we can just go ahead and you can do something else. Well, let's do something else kind of fun here with Siri. We'll ask Barack Obama's birth date. Siri, what's Barack Obama's birthday?
Let me check on that. I found this for you.
So it says that Barack Obama, date of birth, the results Friday, August 4th, 1961. So August 4th, 1961 is his birthday. It even comes up with the time difference from today. He would be 50 years, 9 months, and 4 days, which is actually 2,648 weeks and 4 days, or 18,540 days, or 50.76 years. It's pretty cool, actually. And that just kind of gives you an idea of how sophisticated this phone really is. So this is probably going to be the most advanced smartphone on the market currently. Really, really nice. Outside of that, we'll go ahead and get that back to a normal setting. We also, with the iPhone, you can do much more. You have messages, calendars, photos, camera, video, YouTube, your maps, which is really cool. An app that I thought was really, really cool was the white pages on here. And I've never actually noticed that the white pages was this advanced. But you can actually do a reverse number in here, and it'll actually pull up the entire info of that person. It will pull up the entire information, data for that person from that number. I mean, street address, people in that area. I mean, it's a number of things. So just to go, that's the iPhone in a nutshell, the 4S. You can also do your social networking on the iPhone, which is, as you see, that's my actual page there for the iPhone, or for my Facebook page. Pretty cool. And it has a really, really nice video posting on it. I mean, you can really see clear as day. That's really cool. And as you see, you can slide. Another trick to this is if you touch the top bar up here, it'll actually take it to the top. So let's see here. Let's get to the bottom and touch that. Take it right back to the top. That's a pretty good trick. But anyway, this is the iPhone in a nutshell. And if you all have any questions about the iPhone in regards to you want to purchase one, or you just wanted basic information, I do a lot of research on it, because anytime that I go off and I become part of something, I always follow up on reviews and things of that nature, new features, new tricks, new tips. Just go ahead and leave me a nice little comment there, and I will be sure to get back to you, respond to you. If you subscribe to me, it'll be a lot easier, so please take the time to subscribe. If you don't have an account, you can make one really simple. Even provide yourself with a Gmail account. Just go ahead and subscribe after that. And thank you for listening. This is Terrance Silas with the iPhone 4S. You all have a great day. Bye-bye.